Hi everyone, hello from the garden, our neighbour's garden, where the dogs run and play, and we come every morning. Um, well, most mornings to connect. Well, to let the dogs play, and then as a result, to connect with ourselves and connect with nature. And I'm not sure what I want to speak about yet. I'm sure it will come in the flow. I'm feeling very grateful and very thankful right now for everything that's going on in life, even if it's really challenging sometimes, for myself, for you, for all of us, even if there's a lot of processing that we're all doing in our own ways, in our own journeys. A lot of emotions are being triggered to move through, to purify in this process of expanding and opening our consciousness, that we're all doing, whether we're aware of it or not. And really, this is all like a wave of experience. When we're connected to the depth of let's call it the divine, that part of us that's deeply connected to all that is, to that knowing, inner knowing of our true nature, of being at one with all that is around us and within us, and seemingly separate. When we're connected to that depth of being, we know that everything is like a wave, is a temporary manifestation. It's like the wave in the ocean rises for a few moments before it disappears again. Let's say time and space is the same thing. It's a temporary manifestation, and it is very real. But if you dive a bit deeper into the nature of this reality, you feel and you discover that perhaps it's not so frozen or rigid as we once saw or felt or thought. So the image that we have of the world begins to shift and begins to change, and this can create and will create a lot of changes, including pain, as we have to move through this new understanding and let go of the old identity, the old way of seeing ourselves, the old way of being in the world. And we allow this wave to carry us into the next expression, the next wave of experience to come through us, and to ride that energy and those emotions that come with this wave. And it can be a wave of expansion and joy and beauty. And as we expand and as we dive into more of this new experience of the world, this new wave of consciousness, this new frequency that we have coming through us, that's calling to come through us, that's here, and it can bring up a lot of stuff. But just to say that nothing really is rigid or held or definite. Even something as time, now, I don't know about you, but for me, time has been something in my mind that's been very ingrained. I used to live with very much, I still catch myself sometimes living in a sort of calendar or a schedule, and feeling stressed and feeling like there's never enough time, and as a result creating a reality where there never is enough time. And that's something that is very ingrained in myself, and I know in a lot of us. But from a place of knowing and from the true self, you realize that even time is flexible, is mobile, and changes and speeds up and slows down. Speeds up when we're perhaps in that calendar, slows down when we're connected to the inner being, to the true self. And from this space you realize that even time, it looks so rigid, but actually time is movement. Time is based on the movement of the earth around the sun. So what looks very fixed is actually very much about a movement that's happening. A circular movement, a cycle, a rhythm. So just with that recognition, perhaps time already opens up to have a bit more flow, a bit more breath, a bit more air in it, instead of the rigidity that was there before. And in that space and that gap that's created in our thinking, that's where we allow space for this new flow, this new energy, our new consciousness to come through us. So really this wave of experience that you are, that I am, that we are, this wave of life, we can allow it more. We can say yes to it a little more. We can ride the wave of it. We can find the pleasure in all of it, including all the uncomfortable stuff that it brings up as we expand and grow and move closer and closer to our true selves. All the inauthentic rises and is shown to us to be processed. And the more we are open to listening to the experience of life, to the wave of experience, the kind of easier, if you want, or more pleasurable, or more joyful even it can be. So this is the invitation to say yes to whatever is wanting to come through you, because this is what the world needs, the world wants, and this is why you're here.